Let's give a warm welcome and a blessing to him, please. Brother JP.
All good, Mama Bear.
Good. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry for the low lighting. How are you, my sister? Are we live? Yes?
Yes, we are live.
Hola, my sister. Coffee is ready.
Yo tengo agua. I have water and yellow.
I just had
water
a
and ice.
And
yes.
We had the party of the kids. They just arrived as well.
Aww.
So, yeah. At least I'm home now and we can rest together. It's gonna be easy for me today, so it's we can relax now, and I hope. How is everybody? Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you everyone, and greeting him.
To you and my sister and your family.
Hi. Thank you so much. I have questions. Believe it or not.
I'll do my best.
Of course. I've had
or else I'll phone a friend. I'll use the phone a friend.
I'll give you one to reach out. Everybody that knows JP is UFO journey. He enjoys inspecting. Yeah. So, question 1. You ready?
I haven't prepared, so as ready as I can be.
Rela? Okay. What made you decide to make a channel of UFOs or the star people, the aliens?
So I think I remember that because that's something that I do think about it, and people have asked. I think I'm not sure when exactly, because I've had a YouTube channel since 2007.
Okay.
So it was more directed to concerts and that's what I thought YouTube was about recording concerts and memories and things like that. But afterwards, I don't know. I would say maybe like 6 years ago. I think I wasn't married yet. No, I think it was after the marriage. So it was. I'm gonna do 10 years in August. So okay. I would say I'm deeper, maybe 9 years, 8. That was my first impression here on YouTube. And sister, you know how YouTube works. We meet a person, and then we meet a lot of friends, and it's adding up. And in the UFOs, I got really deep into some channels. I thought they were really big at the time, and I enjoyed them, and they were entertaining, and I kind of knew that they weren't doing everything truthfully, but they were also movie producers, so you know what I mean. They kind of they scraped a little bit of everything, they
right. They still do
content. They still do their third phase, their really big channels. But at the time, I had to choose because, we are in a lot of communities, and the truth seekers community, I haven't left him yet, and I still am a friend of him. He's got really famous. He grew, third phase, they even grew even bigger. They were already big and they grew even bigger. So, we kind of learned that, there is we can only follow our hearts and our instincts and our interests. And that's how I do things is if I'm interested, I'm there. If I'm not interested, I stop going there. And, sometimes it's, sometimes we just, there is some people that sometimes when we meet them, it's all good, but after some time, people just change or they just show themselves. So yeah, with third phase, that was it. We found out they were really lying for years and years, and yeah, some things were true. So yeah, I kind of at the time, that's when I grew the interest of doing. I said, look, I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon. So yeah, I jumped on the bandwagon, but not the famous bandwagon. I kind of wanted to stay small because I've been noticing that small is relevant. Okay, as we grow, other things come into place and mind, such as other people, because you need a team to take care of your channel. Right. So yeah, it is. I'm not yet on that part. I'm still not. I have friends, and that's what I want to keep doing is adding up friends, and just try not to make too much of a team. More of friendship rather than team, because a team means that you're there for some reason, and friends just means that you wanna have more friends, and you want to learn as well,
Correct.
But yeah, you know how it is, So that was when, maybe about 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. Okay. But very slowly, look, everything started happening. It was like I don't know if I told you, it was like I was 400 or 500 subscribers, and I just I met some bigger channels, and they helped me out, and so this lady helped me out because she had a bigger channel, and then at the end of the day, I was pretty happy because I monetized, but I was missing the real people, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what I am right now. That's my process where I am right now is of just meeting friends, and of course I want to grow, but I want to grow accordingly to the work I do, and I want to grow with my friends. I don't want to grow alone and make others. I want my community to all grow together. I think that's the best way.
Correct. I totally agree with you.
To have some good friends.
The other question.
Of course.
There was a question, a friend of ours, this person wants to be anonymous, they told me. Do you believe they want to interact or something from the humans?
What, the aliens?
The star people, yes.
Look, I can only say the theories that I've come across, and what I come across a lot is they need us for something, okay? The reason that I've mostly been accustomed to is because their blood, their genetics are getting destroyed, and and that's they need to come here and get fresh biologics. What I mean is, really, babies. If you think about it, I'm not. Look, I don't think they come here to abduct us. I think they come here because they need maybe to take a little bit of our blood, maybe to do just like we need the blood when we go to the hospital. We need to get other blood.
Do you feel that
that's the main reason? I think that's why they compare them to vampires, because I think they really need our DNAs to stay alive, and you know what I mean. That's for me one of the biggest ones, because it's kind of a necessity rather than just experimenting with us. It's kind of they need. Maybe they seeded us because they need us for something else. But we got so big that they don't need most of us, They only need a few fraction. Look, when I say need, I'm not trying to go negatively. I'm just saying that they're kind of
no.
They're dependent on us.
Your opinion is valued as much as the next person. So,
yeah, but I don't mean to say that they are just here to experiment.
Understanding. Because as far people, they've had communications with all tribals, and also the American humans. So I was just asking the questions because when you've came on before, people noticed and they watch your videos, and they had messaged me, emailed me, and asking me, could you have them on your channel, and could we send you questions? And I said, of course. I would contact him, and we can set a date, and then I would, inform you.
I love that. I'd love that. I do have missing. I do not have many interviews, really. It kind of comes in waves,
Of course. As well as I'm not trying to.
A month without an interview, trying to get people to come back.
I totally understand. I'm not, as I said before, I'm not looking to be famous. My goal was 500, and then as I will say, many councils has this do 500, talk about what we do and tell the stories, which I'm honored to tell the stories because I have many stories, and I want to help other people understand what Mother Earth and the Creator has, because we are all children to them, even to the star people. This lady named Dorothy, she watches you, she says, you can say my name. She says, how many sightings have you really had in your lifetime?
Okay, so sister, I had a lot, but it's difficult because some of them, they really could be some sort of a satellite, a rarer, they have a name for a different satellite. I forgot the name now. It's a rarer. So I'll tell you. My sightings, when have it started? Sorry. It's the sugar from the coffee. I've had a few. One of my best ones was maybe, I don't know, about 5 years ago, maybe 6. I was in my room, in my window in my room. I was smoking a cigarette. It was like a summer time, and I was looking at the sky. above a tree in the ceiling, and I had like a little square of sky, just beautiful, clear sky. And there was no stars there, I remember very clearly. And I thought to myself, what if something appears there in that square of sky, you know?
Right.
And after, like, I don't know if it was a minute or a few seconds, but it was soon enough that I associated it with my thought. A star appeared, not moving. Why wasn't it moving? Because I could see the leaf of the tree. There was no wind of the branch. It was like a palm, and I fixed it and I said, if it moves, I'm gonna notice it. And it didn't move. It just became a star, appeared out of nowhere. It became a star. It powered up like a lantern. Like we say, how can I say it? It's not like very, very strong, but it became orange, okay? It started white as a star, yellowish, and then orange. And then it started becoming decreasing. It became yellow again, and then white, and then it became a star. And then I fixed on the star, and it disappeared. This lasted like, I don't know, maybe like not even a minute, just really quick.
Yes. Actually,
exciting was 2 minutes maybe. I called my wife. Oh, I saw a UFO. And then maybe like 1 hour later, half an hour later, a friend of mine from a UFO channel made a draw. Just like I won the medicine bag, okay? He made a draw. There were 33 people. I wrote my name. I wrote the password he wanted us to say. And I said, the UFO made me do it. Why, sister? Because all day long, I knew he was going to do a draw. And because he was American, I didn't want him to send stuff to Portugal because it was going to be an extra, it's not cheap. So all day long, I wasn't going to play the game. And the UFO made me do it. You know why? Because I had a feeling I was going to win. When I saw the UFO, I got a message, or maybe it was me, maybe it's my superstitious brain. I associated it straight away. I said, I saw the UFO. I think if I play the game, it can be maybe a way of proving if it was true or not. So I didn't stay until the end of the show. And then the next show, I was told that I won and $50 and stuff like that. So it was interesting. That was my first sighting.
Well, you did answer a couple more questions I was going to ask, but you were already just throwing it out there. So that's why I'm just like marking it off. Okay, he's answering that one.
That was my first one that I remember, really. I've seen the eclipse in the 90s, in the South. Otherwise, I don't remember seeing anything, I just seen lights, okay? I haven't seen crowds. When my mother passed away in October, end of October, 2 weeks later, I was really, really down. I don't want to tell the reason right now.
No need.
I was really down. I was really, I tell you, I had really dark thoughts in my head. And so basically my mom passed. I got sick. On her wake, I got some water because it was raining. I got water in my feet. I got a little sniffle on my nose, and it stayed for like a month and a half. And then when I was getting better, sorry, it was for a month, but at the middle, when I was getting better from the first time I got the virus, I think it was COVID, I'm not sure. My wife had the dinner of the scouts with the kids. And I remember I asked her, oh, can I stay near the fireplace resting because I'm still weak and I don't want to go there and it's cold and stuff. And she said, okay. She wasn't very angry. And so what happened was I was near the fireplace. I heard the sliding door of the kitchen opening. I saw the light turning on. I saw the light turning off and the door closing, and I was like, oh, that was my wife. She forgot something. Because I was still tired and, recovering from being sick. I went slowly to the door, and when I got to the sliding door, I opened it. It was like 8:30, 8 o'clock. I opened the sliding door, and I look down to the garage, and I hear my wife turning on the van. So I knew that it was her, because it was the perfect timing, okay, for her to come here and pick up something and go back. And sister, I see her turning the car. I'm like, oh, I'm glad it was her. I'm going back to the fireplace. As I'm closing the sliding door, I look in front. There's a building right there. Let me show you. Sorry. There's a building right there.
Okay.
Can you see those lights? Okay, on the left.
Yes.
Wait. Yeah, you can see the building, right? More or less. Okay. Either way, I looked there and I looked on top of it, and I saw the same thing that I had seen when I told you in many years ago, but this time they were moving. In 20 minutes, about 15, I saw 15 in 20 minutes. And look what happened, sister. I was closing the sliding door. I saw one moving. It was already fading. It was already fading. And so they move sideways. They leave a little trail. And then they start as stars out of nothing, okay? Out of nothing. They appear. And sister, I thought to myself, if I see another one in the next minute, I'm going to get my phone. And said and done. That one goes to the left. It disappears. Another one appears on the left and goes to the right. Right over this building.
Wow.
Then I started looking for them. So that was when I was feeling really bad. I saw about 15 of them, or 10 in 15 minutes. And I tell you, there was a time that they were coming pretty quick. But then at the end, they were really slow. And I said, oh, it's enough. And I was tired. And I said, I'm going to the fireplace. And then I went to the fireplace and I stayed there. I still made a video. I posted it. You can see a few of them. But the other ones that you can see, I tell you where they are. But because they're far away, the phone cannot capture them.
Right.
So yeah, that was the one. Face. So I associated with my mom that sighting there. It was quite a big one. It was like 15. But I've seen them when I was traveling to Algarve, to the south, with my kid. He was in the front with me. I've seen when I was in the south in Algarve, riding my bike in the beach at night, like 1 o'clock in the morning. If you go to my live stream on the Lighthouse, it's called John P. Live at the Lighthouse. Maybe 1 or 2, I think it was 2 years ago. I catch an orb live on my live stream. I catch another one when I'm doing the live stream at the beach. I call them UFO hunting or sky hunting. So when I write sky hunting, it's because I'm looking for them. Do you know what's interesting, sister? I never caught a UFO at the woods when I usually gone and do the hiking. Remember, near the piano with my kids. Never. I never saw any UFOs. I see airplanes. I even see satellites. Never caught. Maybe I think I caught a shooting star as well, but I never caught a UFO there. You know why? I think it's because there's a lot of trees, and the UFOs, they like to be here where I live. They like to be west or northwest. Because, sister, I've been using the binoculars, and do you believe that with the binoculars, I can see them, and with my eyes, I cannot see anything. So, I know they're here. They're around. Okay, whatever they are, if they're satellites or not.
That's just the next question I was going to ask. But there's also someone here in the audience that would like to ask a question. Gigi said, aren't they more advanced than the human people? I believe they have the ability to heal us.
Yes, well, I do believe that. I've heard of many cases.
Our family, we do believe that. I do understand that earlier in the years back, listening to my aunts and uncles and my grandparents saying about they do tend to heal, and I do believe that.
I have heard a lot of cases. I follow Preston Bennett, and he has a book entirely on healing.
Right. I remember
sister,
with that gentleman too.
Placebo works. So if placebo works, mental release, psychological release does affect the body. It's called a psychosomatic reflex. So dreams heal. We have I'm an osteopath, and we do have a repairing auto immune system. Okay, we do repair each other, like when we fracture a bone. If it's not a big fracture, fractures, they don't do anything. Why? Because they heal by each other. It's the safest is to let our bodies heal by each other. Okay, with the help of medical and things like that. Okay, so I think we can be healed by, I don't know if I told you, sister, but we had osteopaths in England that treated patients through the phone. Do you believe that?
Okay. You know, I do believe that. Yeah. I've heard
about that. I had teachers telling me that they could call a person if they couldn't go to see them. They would call them, and wow, right? Just give them the right stretches. They know where the problem is and things like that. It doesn't need to be them healing by the phone. It can be them advising the other people how to heal by themselves. Hello, who's there?
The big baby. Yes.
Good
this
boy.
is Gizzo. Okay. All right. Look out.
Mama Bear, just let me turn off the camera quick, because I want to.
Okay.
I want to put my medicine bag. My medicine bag is always here on my wardrobe, which is always near my room. But let me wear it now.
Just get off my arm. Oh, yes.
In the Portugal connection.
You're fine. The other question was from the same person. She said, do you believe they're trying to clone us humans and live as us?
Okay, so when we talk about the hybrids, I think that's what Robin is trying to say. The hybrids, usually what they're trying to say is it's the woman has everything, the insemination. I think it's artificial insemination, how they do it, because they don't have, the things. Okay, they're screaming goal, but nobody scored a goal. And so I think they must do by that way. And I think what's happening is, from the stories that I've heard, is that they need, like I told you, they need the hybrids. I think there's some living here. They're like together, I don't know if there's any part of the society that knows who they are or what, but I think they're here. And I think they go on the spaceships to other planets, and because from what I've known, there are other planets where, because from what I gather, the aliens, they're kind of the soldiers, you know what I mean?
Yes.
There's someone, people say it's the Nordics. I don't know. I know there's a big part of the debunking system that says that the Nordics, they know where the story of the Nordics started, and everybody grabs on to, I think it was from Area 51. There was a colonel there. And basically this colonel, was a very important person and trustworthy. I don't know.
Don says, JP, what is the craziest sighting you have had?
Crazy. Yeah, probably that would be the one. Okay, I think that the one that I got really kind of boosted and I felt really good was the one a month after my mom's passing. So that one I think was the
craziest one.
One that, like, maybe, how can I say it? None of them. But look, none of them were crazy. I don't know. The best cases are not mine. You know what I mean? Like, I started my channel. Actually, I just remembered I started my channel after one of my best friends. He's a nurse, and his wife, she's a doctor. When I started my channel, I wanted to do interviews to people's sightings and things like that. And my best friend said, look, we have a really good friend in common, the nurse guy. He's had a sighting. He's told you and stuff. And I'm like, oh, yeah? And he said, yeah, he's told you many years ago. And I'm like, oh, I remember. So, sister, this friend had told me before, but I wasn't interested in UFOs. I was interested in girls and going out and smoking, drinking. So who cares?
For a male to be as he's growing. understand that.
I wasn't that old. I wasn't that young. I was like, I came back from England when I was 21. So from 22 to, 10 years ago when I got married, so 42, 32. So yeah, I got here on 2002, so it was about 10 years, yeah. But remember, when I got back from England, my father passed away a couple of years later, so I don't even know. I started thinking about things now, like, did he go and grab me because he knew what was happening, or because he grabbed me from England in January? In April, May, we went to Indonesia because basically I finished my university. My brother finished the next year, and because I had to finish my course an extra half a year, we finished at the same time, me and my brother, and he's 1 year, 8 months older than me. And so we all went as a family to Indonesia as a present. My dad asked us, where do you want to go? And we should have said Australia, but it was further, you know what I mean?
Many of us said we want to go, we should maybe seek a journey on this path over here, or shall we go to this one over here? But we got to come to neutral.
Yeah, me and my brother, we accepted Indonesia, and we loved it, sister. Look, we loved it so much that my brother went back half a year, 1 year later. He went for 1 month or 2 months. I don't remember. He stayed there a long time. Look, he went there like good, and he came back skinny. Like me, he came back like me. My father was like, "Oh, you look like John." Because he was having fun and surfing every day and catching a lot of sun and stuff like that. So yeah, look, we basically, when I came back from England, it was 2002. I didn't get much interest in UFOs. I had seen X-Files, ET Phone Home, and
spirits. Minis. There's a question in here too about spirits. So,
I have some spirits stories as well. Yep. Let's do it.
No, Gizo. Gizzy. Konya hate.
We are very superstitious. Portugal is very. We always go in with the right foot. Things like that.
Superstitious Portugal, yes.
Yeah, very, very.
They are very spiritual. In a smaller village, they are very.
Yes, the smaller villages, they still have. The villages here, some villages, they have marches and things like that, where they are veneering UFOs and angels and UFOs, and they're all connected. There's quite a lot in the north. I want to go there with my family to the rock carving places. We call it Foshkoa. But they built a dam over there, so a lot of it went underground, under the water. Who knows if they did it on purpose, right?
That's another question. Do you believe they hide on Mother Earth or the ocean or in the clouds? Do you feel?
So hard, right, sister?
Very hard.
There is several theories, I can start with this one here. there is a guy that a Japanese man. He's called Michio Kuchi. There are some lectures on YouTube from the 80s that I've been watching, and one of them was about UFOs. Then it was about love. Then it was about the most simple things of life, and one was about the ghosts. And he talked. Imagine in the 80s, they already talked about the plasma on the atmosphere being the consciousnesses of the people that have passed. So, sister, one of my theories is that people go back up and come back down as consciousness. There must be process that the souls enter the bodies of the babies. Maybe that's a little bit of what the aliens are trying to maintain,
Yeah.
Good transferal of souls to the babies and things like that. Just like when people say that it is that white bird that brings the baby,
The stork.
Call that? Yeah. So there is some method how when people die, our souls go back to the sky, and that's why there's a lot of sightings of these orbs. I'm quite sure. I just don't have proof, okay? But I'm satisfied with that theory. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now,
I
do believe of the another dimension. Maybe that's where the consciousnesses are able to be whoever they want. Maybe that's the paradise that people talk about. Oh my gosh, I hope I'm not getting without battery. I just don't want to lose battery. Okay, 30%, we're good.
Okay.
There is that theory, of the portals. I do believe in the theories of the portals, of the ultra dimension. That's where the aliens use the shortcut. Maybe there is more than one dimension. Maybe one dimension is the one that Bigfoot uses, which is the veil, over the veil. And maybe the aliens, they use the black hole technology, you know what I mean? Like more to travel, while the Bigfoot is more of a terrestrial thing, there's theories about the reptiles being here many years ago before us. That's why there were the dinosaurs and the crocodiles and the snakes and all that.
Correct.
So I like to associate all that. So that's why, Mama Bear, I like to learn a lot with you, because I love the indigenous theories, the rock carvings. They are the same as here, sister, okay? We have not the same, but close,
Similar. Right. I was told by my godfather and my daughter Audrey. Her folks were from Portugal, and then they separated. He stayed back. When she was about 1, she came here, and then I got her when she was about 4 because she started doing. Her mother started doing drugs and stuff. So.
Oh, bless. I'm so sorry.
And it's hard, and I understand other people, because she used to say that they abducted her from one of the village, and she used to tell me, you don't ever want to speak with them. You don't ever want to believe in them, because they reach your mind. Yeah.
Okay, please tell me more.
Because she says
How old
that.
Was she?
She said she was 6.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
And that's why her mind is so clouded as she got older. But then she said that once Audrey turned 2, that her mind was not the same now. So now her mother isn't in the right mind. She's spun out. She's tried to communicate with her, but no.
She's mentally sick, her mother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, the drugs do that, sister. You know,
she was saying she was seeing everything
when you stop, you know.
Yes.
That's very interesting. Do you still contact with her?
I talk to her to check on her now and then. I have to drive in certain areas because the number she gets is never the same. So, and Audrey, when she does think of her, she says, "Mama, can you help me?" And I said, "Okay, let's go here where she hangs out." And they tell her she leaves. She goes up in the mountains with some people, and I don't.
By herself?
No, she goes with some people.
With some friends, okay.
They went, the one time that we were with her, we found her, she was eating shrooms. And she kept saying that they told her to eat these and that she will start seeing them a lot better. But
that is
according
true.
to
that is
the
true.
people were telling me that they were telling her to take her clothes off and run naked. So
that's not right anymore, right?
No. No.
But look, the shrooms can make you take your clothes off because do you know as well, do you know the missing 400?
Yes.
Yep. A lot of people have been found without clothes.
Yes. And a lot of people.
Romanov Pass as well. They have been
it's
found
like I tell my children,
without clothes.
If you're going to go to a rave, you cover your drinks. You do not, and I'll give them little covers for whatever they have, because you never know what's going to be in. Because I've had plenty patients that came into the ER. They were so high on ecstasy. Is that how you say it?
Ecstasy.
Oh, ecstasy. And we will ask, well, how many did you take? And I'm over there taking their vitals, and my gosh, it's very rapid. It's high. They're like, oh, it smells so beautiful in here. In the ER? No. Not really. No.
Wow.
But I tried to help her, try to get her clean. I took her to a facility, and after a week, she walked out. So, and Audrey says, I give up. And I told her it's okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean, sister. There are some cases that you cannot do anymore because you are dragging yourself down.
Yes.
So
you can't help somebody that doesn't want to receive it. But Robin had a question here. She says, us as humans, if we trap into all abilities we have, we would not believe it.
I do believe that I am of that theory of that all of us are born with a gift. Okay. Okay, I think.
I believe that too. Everyone does have some kind of gift. It's just if they know how to use it, or if they can
It takes time to use it,
takes years and time,
it.
Patience, and trying to understand it. If you
because your gift is related to your talent. Okay, so whatever you're good at is gonna bring out your gift that may be associated with your talent. Okay, usually a gift is something that involves some sort of power over other people. Okay, good.
yes, Don.
Probably good, because if it's bad, it can grow like a snowball, and it can become very dangerous. So
it can. Yes, yeah, I agree.
It's good we know our talents and try to shine a little light on it, but everybody follows their path. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the camera. The camera is.
It's okay.
We're back.
I see you. You were moving and you were talking.
Yeah, we're good. But I do believe we all have gifts, and telekinesis, telepathy. I've told you one of my gifts. Some people, I have thought that it may be a curse as well, because it's not. It's good, but it can be ruining for me as well. One of my gifts is I do see truth or lies in people's faces. It's crazy. So, look, when I see a lie, I cannot stop thinking about it, and it's weird. That's one of my gifts.
Right.
And I think the other gift is I have dreams sometimes that do occur. Okay, sometimes I have predictions. So but these things happen when I'm stressed, when I'm not at my best. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I kind of do not pursue them because I do not like to be feeling bad. But it's weird. My dreams come when I'm really stressed. I kind of know what's going to happen. I kind of feel that my guardian angel causes things to happen to redirect my attention, but at the same time causes things to happen so things are delayed and things are done more calmly without rushes. Look, I had that thing some months ago. I created the music Stream Alone, and it became, for me, it became a hit. And I kind of and it kind of helped me out to stay alone, to keep doing things alone, and so things like that. I do have some protective angels. They are people, but
there are many out there.
It's me. It's my thoughts. It's the energies, and everything. But yeah, I just live one day at a time. I do not. I'm trying not to be, greedy. Things like that. Envy. I'm trying to stay away from the 10 capital sins.
Yes.
I still use my eyes a lot, but I think that is, if God gave us eyes, it's to see,
See, to hear, to speak.
Yeah, everything. But
yes. Yes.
But yeah, I try to be on the light, and I'm kind of religious, but I do love all religions, but I am Catholic because I'm baptized, but here in Portugal we are kind of directed there, to be, to just look. My wife is very religious. My parents, we were religious. We did go to church together, but we followed the light, and they tried to follow the light. You know what I mean? Be Catholic, but non going to church, practicing.
Right.
I don't go to church often, but I do go for my scouts, for my kids on the scouts, and for my kid on the religious studies. So I go maybe 6 times a year. But I love going to the church where I have a viewpoint within my bicycle or my car. I love going there and alone and making a few videos and just thinking about life, and just 5 minutes, 10 minutes when I can. And
everyone has a choice of religion. They have a choice of going to church or serving the Creator. I was raised that my body is the Creator's temple, His church, His home. And when I go and I'm in the forest, I do sit down and I pray and I ground my feet with Mother Earth and I give the prayers. And I do the healing prayers for those who've asked me. And I'm going to continue on that. And when I'm out there, yes, I do give up the goodies to the Satangas, Bigfoot, Sasquatch. I had made a promise that I won't show much, but I have shown pictures, and I love to have the communication, because I asked them again, do you think that the Creator wants His children to really have any negative? But see, Mother Earth has children that are. So there are shadow people, there's other entities, there's
a lot of paranormal, right?
Yes, a lot of spirits that have been here, not just the ancestors, but many other creatures. And then going out there to say hello and to pray, I believe praying in the forest or praying outside your home or on your land, you're at least acknowledging the Creator. And the earth, Mother Earth. Yes, many natives put tobacco down, and we honor Mother Earth, and we seek her guidance. This is why I always said that, our body is the temple for Him. And if you accept whatever, then that's good. But if you go to church, that is fine. But those who are off the grid or living miles away from civilizations, lifetime, city life, like myself, then you go into the church because someone's sick or someone's passed, and then they all turn around and say, oh, there's a couple elders, let's talk to them. Excuse me, elders, can you say a prayer for us? Can you help heal us? I'm a very strong believer in healing and saying the prayer. And I'm going to continue to do it. No one's going to stop me.
Please, it's just like, sister.
If there's an alien or Sataka, I'm going to say, well, join me. If you want to join. But if there's a bad spirit that I feel that's coming towards me, I ask it, come into me so I can bury it. Make a mound for it.
At least, see it coming, right?
Right.
Be ready for it.
Exactly.
Comparatively to
Dance, Bigfoot, Dwarf, and Tennessee, Kentucky,
GG,
Bigfoot.
brother!
Greetings. Thank you for joining.
Good to see you, my brother. Ganda blast! I just sent him a big hug.
Air hugs. Okay. The last one is, do you believe that the star people can communicate with the Satangas, the Bigfoot, Sasquatch, hairy man?
Yeah, I've already skimmed a little bit. I think it's probably normal that if there is the theory of the dimension, they're crossing with each other at least. And that goes a little bit with the stories that I've heard with, the Missing 400 movie about the man who was abducted. There's not many stories, but there's a few from Preston, and there's that story at least from about the people see Bigfoot or a hairy person inside the porthole in the UFO. They say they're driving it, they're piloting it. I'm not sure if there has been stories of Bigfoot and the fishing a Portinho winch and the star people. I wanted to ask you something quickly, Mama Bear.
Yes.
Is there a difference between the star people and the tall, cloudy aliens in the forest? What's their name?
Which ones? The star people? Okay. We know of 5 different ones. Now, to have that
community in the forest.
There is one that's in the forest, but they do communicate with all.
It's alienish, right? It's tall, very skinny, and they can disappear, right? They can become solid air, like they become so skinny that they disappear, and they're very tall. What are the name of those? Those are the star people, or those are the?
Are you saying the Rake, the It?
No.
Because there is aliens. There's, like I said, 5 different aliens, and they're all different shapes. Their bodies and their heads, they are all different shapes. But there are many. There's 2 that they're a little taller than us and thinner. Then you have the big head ones with the smaller eyes, and they're tall and grayish.
I know that, as well.
I know that they do try to communicate, but they can't read your mind, and you can actually feel it.
Well,
this is why many people. Yeah, that's why I tell many people, when you go into the forest, make sure that you are protected. You are having the right guidance in there. Carry a compass. Make notifications where you're at. Break a branch from where you're ending, because it can make you go in circles.
Yep, that's happened to me in the same place in the woods I used to go.
Going in circles, yes.
Sister, at night, I never liked to go there at night because I would go there in an open area with trees around, and there's only two pathways away from that open area, and I can just go straight through the woods, to the trail, but then the ferns are a bit high, and you kind of step a little bit on dead tree and stuff like that. So there's only two places, and there was one day, sister, that I lost myself. I was live. I got lost, and I remember.
You remember that? Lost. You were going in circles. You went in circles 3 times. You go, am I going in circles? Sister,
yeah, the problem was that I wasn't worried I was lost. I was worried because I had time to be there. I had like 45 minutes to go and come back, and it takes like 20 minutes to go and 20 to come back. So I have to stay like 5 minutes on the fallen tree. If I stay a little bit longer, I have to go quicker. And that day I kind of went on another path, and it got dark, and I got lost, and I had to use my hearing. Why? Because the trail is right next to the highway. And so I kind of closed my eyes and I said, okay,
listen.
Follow the sound of the cars. And I found the trail. I had to go back a little bit, but I found the trail, and then I cut it up, and I was like a couple of minutes late only. But I was nervous because of that, just because of being late, not because, not because I was lost, because it's a small patch of woods. It's not that big, It's too small. It's big because it's on a stretch of a highway, because you're following the highway. So there's the patch of woods before the houses start. But before the houses start, there's like big gardens. So there's woods, big gardens, and there's a garden that links up with woods where there's like a house. I remember me showing you the house, like with circle wood shed, and I don't know what people use that for, but it was like used like for people to do like parties, and maybe, don't catch rain, maybe, I don't know. But it's already full of woods and bushes and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm going there, actually. I'm going to try and go there the next weeks. Loving the interviews. Thank you so much for having me, my sister. I think it's my first time I come here officially, right?
Yes. As for
so thank you so much.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
I don't want to handle of this.
Communication. Well, I like to spread my love and teachings in every direction, not just,
Yes, thank you so much. I've known so many good people through you, my sister. It's been a blessing.
Hi.
So I wanted to tell you that I'm very grateful for everything, and I do value friendship.
Yes,
I'm here to make friends. That's my objective. I'm not here to to create problems with others, and of course I will respond, and I will protect my channel if I feel that there is bad people taking advantage and trolls and stuff like that.
Right.
But, we've always had such a cordial relationship. It's look, remember, sister, I do, I love the medicine bag. It still smells so good. So
thank you.
It still smells very good. And I do feel the love and the protection. Our blessings are, I love to receive, but I do love to give as well. And
of course,
I love our sisters, our sisters from the group that pray for us, Pamela, Brandy, Robin, CP, I don't forget Lavone. I don't forget anyone, and I just want to send you a big hug, and for them as well, for praying for us.
Of course, I always continue to pray for the family. Prayers are very good.
I don't want you to overwork you, sister. You need to recover. So I do thank you for everything you do to us, but remember that we're here to help you as well. Okay, we're here to give
Gracias.
you an arm
Gracias.
to our beautiful sister, and we don't know how long we're gonna be here, and
no. We all are
what
borrowed.
happened in Venezuela, sister, and everybody's worried about what the other medium said. Everybody's worried about what the other medium said, that people were going to be abducted on the day yesterday of the game, and nobody was abducted, but a lot of people lost their lives at the same time, and
See, yeah.
I'm not gonna say that she was right. She just tweaked it wrong. Whatever. The truth is that we have to pray for these people that lost their lives. Venezuela is, they're terrible state right now, right?
Correct. There's so much going on everywhere. There's the fires.
This was kind of a war. I see this as a war. They got devastated. Completely. People have been hiding in their houses, and this time
they're afraid to come out.
They had 39 seconds to run or stay, and you know what I mean? It's
yes.
I cannot even imagine. So yeah, we are lucky, sister, to be here. So
Amen.
Let's keep with the good work, and your group is beautiful. I feel so blessed to be there, and let's just.
I'm honored that you are here with us, and some of the viewers here were saying that they just subscribed to you. So
thank you.
And that's what it's about. It's helping others subscribe and sharing their journey, no matter what it is. If it's across country or if it's across the street.
Yeah, actually, I thought you were coming to my channel today.
Positive.
I thought you were coming to my channel today.
That's what
And then I said, "Oh yes, I'm going there. Beautiful, even better." But I had that feeling. I just when you had face, and I was like, maybe it's gonna be there, maybe, yeah. But when you told me then, and I was like, okay, beautiful. So it's a blessing. Thank you so much. I do love doing interviews, but it is good to relax a little bit and just go with the flow.
It is good to re-energize yourself, so that way you can enjoy the channel. So you got to give yourself a little break here and there to recharge.
I'm gonna do more interviews because it does give me a little boost. And at the same time, I'm able to relax because I'm not worried about the trolls and the
drama.
And, but that's the trolls, really. The trolls for me is everything negative. But my channel, I'm kind of worried more about because I want the person to feel safe here. That's here everywhere where we are. I want people to feel safe. But we're all targets at the end of the day. If we create content, it is definitely, we gotta grow some skin. That's the biggest advice that I've been told. And everybody tells me, "Oh, make another channel to go troll them back." And I said, "Look, I have my wife's channel, but do you think I want to stain my wife's channel?"
You know, it's sad that it's sad when you build a relationship with other channels and then they're trying their best not to destroy you, or it doesn't matter who the person is. If you have a connection, you always forgive. And I've always believed in second chances. But if it's someone that's making threats and trying to ruin me or my family, then I speak up. Believe me, I can stand up and start speaking. But am I going to do it through my channel? No. Because that's just showing them I can be an ugly person and create drama. I'm not for that. I am not a drama person.
That's why we keep it private.
I'll pray and
family only. Look, my wife doesn't know anything about the channel. Look, she knows I'm here. She knows about you, but I tell her about the drama, and she says, "What the hell are you talking about?" And I'm like, never mind.
Same thing with mi esposo. He goes, ¿de qué pasó? ¿Por qué tú estás poniendo un guardián? I'm not mad. I'm not. And, he's like, well, who's giving you that? Nobody. It's just that that's how it is with other people and trolls. And he's like, yeah, but you're over there praying like you're a Virgin Mary. You're holding your hands and I'm like this. And I'm trying to, spread some good energy out there.
Yeah, and let the bad energies not stick, right?
Right.
That's why I say when we are being attacked the most is when we should be more busy, because just distribute the love with everybody and people will feel what you're feeling, and then it will feel better, because it's almost like talking with a friend, with a friend you can talk about it.
Friend or a relative.
Or relative. In the channel, you of course there's certain things you cannot talk.
Correct.
But you can talk about good things like we just did.
Yes. I try to really hard to keep this positive. Remedy. Yes.
I love the natural remedies. Did you know that I bought the wormwood and the clover? Have you heard about that?
Yes. You can make medicine out of it.
I'm taking it. Actually, I stopped because I forgot, but I bought from the internet, and this was all because of a channel that I followed. And this guy, he's a lot into parasites and fungus, and he said that the black goo is everywhere. He said, go to a plant outside and you will find some black stains, and those black stains is the parasite. And he said that parasite goes to your gut, and he said to every year do this natural remedy. So when I was younger, I used to take a white liquid. It's called Centel, and it was for the worms, to kill all the worms. But when I grew, I stopped taking it. Nobody's giving me. I just stopped taking it. So I just decided I'm gonna buy it, and when I take one, after I burp and I do feel the clover, it's not that bad.
No, it's just like the bear root. The same thing with the bear root. Bear root
has a similar smell, right?
Yeah, the bear root helps you in many things. The bear root can help you from a migraine. The bear root can help you cleanse your system. It can help you with breathing. And all you do is just take a little bite. Don't take no big bite, because someone before did that, and a person told me,
spicy, right? It's spicy,
no,
right?
No, the bear root that's in your bag, no, it's not spicy.
Ah, okay. I thought it was spicy.
No,
I thought I had tried it already.
And it helps you if you feel distracted or zapped. It helps you open the mind again. Okay.
I'm more of a, I do smell it often, like you told me to.
If you're feeling down, you're coming upon having a anxiety, or you're panicking, grab it, smell it, hold it, and says, Mother Earth and Creator, I pray to you to help me calm down. And it, same thing. I'm here to help those who understand, even in the life term of medical. And I feel that I have touched many people to bring healing and comfort back in. I know 4 people that have asked me for the protection medicine bag, and they really don't go in the force, but they had sincere bad energy around them, and it caused them to have anxiety. And wearing the bag and smelling, they told me that it's helped them so much. The one lady, she says she doesn't have panic attacks no more, but she wants to buy more bear root for me. So I'm like, okay, you can also make the bear root tea out of it too. But yes. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Brother JP. It was an honor to have you here once again. So much. You're always welcome to my channel and join. If I'm alive, you want to sit on the panel?
Yes.
You're more welcome to join.
Usually when you start is right when my kids arrive. My kids arrive at 4, 3 or 4 or 5, and usually start at 6. So I love being in the chat, but it's usually very noisy. That's why I don't go often at that time, because they get in, they have shower time. My kid has to do the homework. The baby's always going, always jumping and stuff.
Yes.
The girl, Manny, she doesn't have homework, so she's also playing a little bit, maybe drawing. So there's a lot. And then showers come, making dinner. So yeah, that's why I don't usually come on at that time, sister. But once in a while I have a little bit more time and I'm able to sneak in.
I appreciate you making the effort to come in and just stop by to say hello. I do the same thing to every channel.
I try to be there, sister.
I try to come in and say hello, just coming in to support you. And
thank you so much, sister.
Give some love.
I love the support, sister. Just remember, I do not mind when you're not able to be there. I do not hold anything. Remember, I go to you because it relaxes me. We are in a nice environment, community. Sometimes you're not there. Robin is there, Pamela is there, or Brandy, CP, a lot of our beautiful friends. So,
yes.
I know you do support me, and I can only be, thankful. We just try to help each other a little bit, right? How we can.
And that's all it is
do not
have fun.
Life, okay, sister. Remember, I will be there the same. Sometimes we're better than other times, and better times will come again for sure. It's like that. Life is waves, right?
Yes.
Sometimes we're surfing the wave.
Which direction are we surfing now?
go back to catch the wave again.
Exactly. Go back out again. I've always been told, because I love the water too, and when I'm in the water, I'm cleansing in prayer. So, and then my husband says, "You can't go too far. Your knees."
The salt is really good for your system, you know. The salty water, the cold salty water is really good for arthritis.
Yes.
Many people
right now, my arthritis has been really acting up. I've been trying to finish some beaded jewelry with sets again, and I had to put it on hold because my hands swelled up and they're hurting in the morning. My husband says, "You already cleaned the house, so what are you doing?" "I'm sleeping because dirt comes in the air and you're in and out of the house, so it comes, and I'm sleepy because I don't like to even come to my daughter's house to house sit and babysit the dog. I'm over there cleaning and everything." And my son-in-law says, "Madre, ¿qué está haciendo aquí?" "Oh, limpia la casa." I'm here to clean the house. But it's how do you say?
Clean the house, or
yeah, it's clean the house, but
here in Portugal we say it the faxina.
The faxina.
In Brazilian as well, it's the faxina.
Faxina.
It's like the housework, you know, the
if I see a spot on the window, I'm cleaning and limpia.
Mopping, you know, cleaning.
I always check the toilet and the shower, looking
the
make sure it's
tiles, you know, the floor tiles and the walls, the sofa, the bed.
I do
everything.
I do, because when I smell the couch, if it smells dirty, I'm over there shampooing it. My husband says, "Stop. You're becoming a clean freatic." I says, "No, it's just I don't want, you know, the kids come in, they sit down, they still being so cleaning and cleaning." He goes, "That's life, babe." I said, "I know. It's just the way I was brought up."
You're doing the work, so then at least the cleanliness can hang for a few hours, right, when you leave.
Yes.
Because they will have to clean it again later. That's for sure. You know, here it's...
What scares my husband is because I use ammonia and bleach a lot. He says, "Open the doors."
My wife uses vinegar sometimes. I don't like vinegar.
Yeah. That's what I brought, the vinegar for the sink in the dish, inside the dish. What do you call it?
We have the wall here. This wall here, the ceiling is cement, and every winter it becomes like a dark here in the kitchen. So get the bleach and clean the ceiling every summer. So at least every summer we clean it. We try to clean it on the summer once, and on spring when it's warm another time. Because in winter, if I don't have a dehumidifier on the kitchen, because there's a lot of windows, the water, you know, sticks to the window and then goes to the ceiling, and because of the rains, the ceiling becomes dark, you know, because of the mold. So you have to clean it quite regularly with bleach. So yeah, that's a little bit of what we have to do here in the kitchen. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I don't know what I did.
Are we frozen? It's frozen over here.
No, can you guys see me?
It's frozen on my side.
I went to go. Can anyone see us?
I cannot see the chat.
Okay, let's see.
Guest. They can?
Can anybody see us? Brandy,
Okay, so,
Robin.
sister, do you want me to end with what I think is a Bigfoot story and a quick ghost story?
Fine.
Okay. So the Bigfoot story, I'm not sure if it was Bigfoot, but me and a friend of mine, when I used to go more to the woods, hike, I do invite a friend. And we used to go, at 9, 8:30 when it starts getting dark. And one day we went, it was like a typical summer day, but very hot, like maybe 90s. But that night, it was very, very foggy. Very foggy. And when we arrived at the woods, I was already, this is strange. We never caught this before. So we got there, we opened the beer, his beer. I'm not sure if I was drinking beer or iced tea. And we are there, like there's a big tree stump. And I hear, sister, a big freaking branch falling. And it wasn't a normal, like, psh. No, it was like, psh, boom, 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 psh. It's like big noise and close, too close for comfort. And look, I was already nervous. There was no wind at all. It was only foggy. So my theory is that there was a big branch maybe that dried of a tree that dried, and maybe it was humid of the fog, and so it got heavy, and so it fell from itself. That was my theory. But me and my friend went looking for the branch, and we just saw bits of trees on the ground, but we didn't see anything, that we thought it could be that. So we didn't find it. We went back to the tree stump, and then we were there talking, and I looked to the ground, and my friend, he was using like some short jeans, like baggy short jeans, and he was with I think he was with sneakers, and just under his sneakers, it looked like a slimy leaf, like a wet leaf. But then I put the flashlight and I went close. And when I got close, I noticed it was moving, It was a little snake. And the snake was leaving. It was going under the tree stump. Okay, so it was like going in the direction of the tree stump. And my friend was stepping on it. And I was kind of trying to tell him without laughing and without getting him stressed. And it ended up working good because I told him and I said, look, I think there's something under your sneakers, so just slowly step out. And he took his foot out and we saw the snake going under the tree stump. It was small, but it was still interesting. We only have small snakes here. We have bigger, but they're not very poisonous here. I think there's one, or two. I don't know the names of them. The bigger ones are not poisonous, I think. I know in America there's a law, right? And especially,
yes.
Yeah, they love the hots. They love the
then
smoke because they're cold-blooded.
We have different kinds of snakes. That is very true. Well,
okay, that's my Bigfoot story. And I have a ghost one. Quick. I can tell you a quick one. It's like I was young. We were in holidays. And my grandmother lived near a cemetery in the city in the south. And so at night we would go out with some friends, and I don't know why we started hanging near the cemetery. I think it was on the side. That's why we were hanging there with some kids. And one day we went there, and there were some kids with the cards, the playing cards.
Oh, okay.
And the game would be, they would ask questions. First, they would ask the age, and then the numbers would be the age of, whoever passed away. And so one day, sister, we're there. I don't remember playing too many times, but I remember after that day, I didn't want to play more. Just didn't, just got me a bit, like, are we playing with real ghosts? And that's when I kind of thought, they are real, but let them stay over there, The guy started making questions and taking the cards. But there's a time that he says this. If someone from your family has passed away, turn a few cards, something like that. And sister, the wind came, a little wind, and it turned 2 cards. And the card was like a jack of spades. So it kind of told it was a male brother or something like that. Or a son. Right. I'm not sure. We had an idea that it was a grown-up that lost the son, something like that. So that day was weird. And that day I knew that, something, that gust of wind, gusts of wind are natural, but it just looked like it was provoked, And it was windy that day, so yeah, it's usually windy because, it's a city and it's a little breeze, Yeah, that's my ghost story. But I didn't play much of the Ouija board. We played a few times and nothing happened. I don't think I've ever seen ghosts.
I've never played it, never touched it. I don't care. I've seen them in the stores, and I told one of my kids, they were young, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, they have them on kids' stores. That's really crazy. I think that's not normal. Why are they doing that?
Oh, I don't know.
You know why? Because they know kids don't have the filter yet. That's why.
Yes.
But why do they want to gain money out of it? I don't know. Yeah, look, somebody has to make them. That's true, right?
Yeah. I know that. Neither.
Like the Labubu
I know doll. That some friends of mine, we were on the res and we were visiting family, and sure enough, they made the one out of cardboard. And I said, "Oh my gosh, you can't do that." And she was like, "It says it won't because you're here. It spelled your name." I'm like, it ain't spelling my name. And then Lenny, he's like, we're not going to be part of this. Let's go. And sure enough, we walked out. I mean, my mom's told me many things. So did my grandmother and my aunties and uncles. And I said, no, don't touch them. But there's a lot of relatives. They've done it. They've used it. But they said that it's more of a portal allowing the demons and the bad evilness to come out by using it.
Tricksters.
Yes.
I've learned some stories with time, and there was actually a Brazilian guy that told me an interesting story about, I think it was a man, that he started doing it and contacting a lot, and everything was going well for some years, but then it just changed, and it started going the wrong way, and
I've seen him in the movies.
I don't know what happened. I don't know if he passed away.
The movies always use those Ouija boards when you see teenager or young adults in the campground or by the cemetery. It's just fantasies that, you know.
And sister, one thing is true. The Ouija board knows who goes there, who the spirit that uses it. They know who is the weakest link to attach. And I do know that because through the stories that people tell, I've had some people, I had people that got, it has nothing to do with the Ouija board. This, what I'm going to tell is, I knew a friend that he was completely normal, fine. He started smoking Mary Jane, and suddenly he started speaking Brazilian. He got depressed, and I still see him sometimes in the hospital going there to get a prescription. So imagine someone pretty young that was a good friend of mine. And I know another guy, sister, that we were young. I was like really young. The guy was maybe like 16, 17, 18. And this guy took some LSD, and his friend was fine. He just became a little bit maybe narcissistic, just thinks too much of himself and tries to order others around. But I still see him around. He's okay. He just became, with a personality, very hard. But that friend, he never contacted with people. He was just with his mom and his brother. I always see him walking on my town, listening to music. He just says hello. He's earning money from the state. You know, he's not working. He just walks, and now I see him smoking a cigarette and walking, and with his mom and his brother. And look, sometimes I even think, did he fake it just so he didn't have to work the rest of his life? But then I think, I don't know. I really do not know. But those two people, they changed because of drugs, okay? Other people was because of the Ouija board, or because they got too much into what they shouldn't or whatever. But not, those are the two cases that I really, I can attest that, both was strange. And that's why, because they have weakness already in their brain or something, and they abuse a substance, and they just
sometimes
break
people
out of society, They don't want to be in society.
It's because they don't want to face reality, which is life. They don't want to do.
They don't want to work, or is it only because they don't want to work, or is it everything,
depending on someone else's. I also know another person too that loves to ask for money. Oh, I got my YouTube. I'm gonna kick some money, and I'm like, the person kept saying, "Why don't you do it? You get some money." You don't see no dollar sign in mine. No, I'm not all about all that. I'm just here to share in prayers and show the beauty that I do in my beads and moccasins and skirts, and I mean, it
keeps you busy already, plenty,
yeah.
sister. So, and
It's
you
part
just
of
want
life.
to be surrounded by good things and good people, and
Yep. Yeah, that is very
sometimes,
true.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not because people are bad that we stop talking, because sometimes it's just because of some beliefs, and sometimes it's politics, sometimes it's the belief of something that, because we had a sighting and an experience with that, we feel so strongly about it. So
very true.
It doesn't mean that people hate each other. Sometimes it's more of their belief is stronger than the friendship that they have.
Right.
To agree and disagree, because if everyone had the answers, we would all be perfect, and and we don't.
Right? Oh no, we're all not perfect. We all make mistakes too, But
yeah, exactly.
we correct our own, but it is what it
is. We just have to be open enough to accept if we accept others' opinions. Okay, we don't have to accept their opinion completely, but we just have to accept that in that detail, things may be more varied than we think. Okay.
Right. You're right.
There's no evidence.
Why not?
It's all about what we feel and things like that. It's all about our gifts. If we think about it, it's all about how we express our gift, and our gift will give us directions to some part of the puzzle, but nobody has all the puzzles. Each of us has a little piece of the huge puzzle, and the more we learn, the more we don't know, and we need to study more. So, it's a never learning curve. I think this is what we're here on this life to do. It's to experience and to learn and to want to learn, so we don't have to work again in our lives. Okay, if we love it, we don't have to work. And look, I do like my cents and my my dollars and my euros. But I'm starting to learn that I can use YouTube with my shorts, with my smaller videos, and I don't have to go live as much.
Correct.
But I do understand YouTube can be a little bit of an addiction, because it involves.
It can also bring harm if you're not aware. So, because it can cloud your mind.
It's the balance, right? Because if we're always live and we're monetized, even if we're not asking for money, if people send, we will say hello, thank you, and this and that, and that creates envy on other people who also are in need. And so I'm going to keep it more professional now, and do the interviews and go live once in a while just to chill out. But I won't be working like doing UFO coffees every morning. Like, I loved it because that's what I do on myself is I just watch people's videos and I comment on them in my head. So sometimes when I was live, I was doing that and commenting in real time with people, but it was too many hours. I was getting too tired, and I wasn't doing interviews because I didn't have time for the interviews because I was doing the lives and the family.
Right.
So now I'm gonna get my priorities and try to get more professional. But I'm gonna do a lot of shorts because that's what I love to do, is investigate little cases, videos, see what they are, and that's really, I love investigating above, contacting, because contacting, that doesn't happen as often. I haven't seen, I saw one, last time I saw it, it was like maybe a month ago, and I was so lucky, and it wasn't even where they are, it was facing south. It was where I saw the first one that I won the $50. It was facing south, and I was so lucky. I was looking in my kitchen south, and I saw one appearing, and it didn't move. I think it didn't move. I'm not sure now, but it didn't move much. And so I kind of, look, even today, I wish they were here, but there's a little fog. Oh, wait. No, it's a star. Either way, I'm not using my binoculars. What I'm doing, sister, now is when I see one...
You want to make sure it is?
I'll make sure it is one. The typical ones I see. And then I'll start thinking if there's anything happening in my life that may cause that. I'm not going to ask them to come again because I don't want to play with them that way. I want to, if they have something to tell me, they can come and, not come, but, far away.
Right.
I don't give them authorization to come in my house. I don't, look, I'm not even sure if, you know what I mean, sister. I'm still, I believe they exist, but because I never seen one, there's part of me and some people I know that don't believe in them, and I do have a little bit of the skeptic side, but how can I say it? I try to keep them at a length's arm. If they ever contact me, I will accept it, but I'm not going to be looking for them and praying for them to come and C5. No. Look, if I'm with someone who does that, I will entertain the idea maybe 1 or 2 times, but I don't want to do that. I don't think that's what I'm here for. It's not to be eager for them to come to me. No. I know there's something, and I want to keep a relationship like maybe telepathic, and if they want to help me in any way or heal me or my family, but I'm kind of, I don't want to be probed and things like that. You know what I mean? So
right.
So I haven't, I'm still in that, I believe they're here, but I don't want to be a test subject. I just want to spread the good word.
Yes.
Of the good part of them, because I know there's not as good part of them as well, There is people disappearing and never coming back.
There's a lot that's going on right now.
There is the animal mutilations, which are, not as animal, more towards us,
Yeah.
People don't talk much about that. The missing people, the people who come back and they're unalived.
Sun comes up on the red road.
We still don't know what's going on with that,
Feet bare in the cold.
Focus on me.
Smoke from the stage making soft white trail. Whisper on the wind as the daylight sheds. Hail the medicine BEARCLAW, singing through the water, talking to the sky.
Thank you.
keep us
and magical
alive.
because life should be. Everybody knows that life is not only what we do in society. That
Hands to the soil, she's naming each tree,
the vicious cycle of working.
calling every bird
There is
by
the
its ancient
good times.
memory.
I had a beautiful time now with my family. We had
Laugh lines deep from a thousand dawns,
theaters.
cradle in the world while the world spins
I
on.
may post later.
Tell the medicine bear
A few minutes
claw,
each. My
Singing
little
to the
baby
water.
girl, she was
talking to the
going down
sky.
the slide. There's a little
Every
slide
little
on the
word is a
school,
blessing for
and
us all. We feel it
was
in our
with her
body,
at least 10 times.
see it in our lives. Feel the medicine bear claw,
Going
yeah.
around,
Your
going up
beautiful
some steps,
nature prayers keep us alive.
being careful with her head not to bang the bar where you put the hands. She banged it at least 2 times, and I had to put my hands the next 8 times. Then my wife went there, it was her time,
When the
and
storm
she banged her
clouds
again
gather,
and again. And then she
she
started
hums
coughing
that
because
old soft
infected.
song.
She has a little bit of mucus in her
Congestion.
and
We
because it's
circle
not the
in
nose, it's the
together,
throat.
and the fear
And
don't
these 2
stay
nights have
too
been a little
long.
bit hard because she has been sleeping on her trolley because
Tell the
it's
medicine
night.
bear claw,
And
singing to the
instead of
water,
putting a lot of
talking
pillows
to the sky.
below her cushion,
Every
on her
little
bed,
word is a blessing for us
bed
all. We
couch.
feel it in
So,
our bodies,
it hasn't been easy, but today
see it
it's
in our
been okay.
lives.
So let's pray
Tell the
that she doesn't
medicine
wake
bear
up.
claw one more time. Your beautiful
Well, I also
nature
keep
prayers
you
keep
the
us
family in my
alive.
prayers.
Thank you so much. I was gonna ask you, but sister, afterwards I was gonna say, do I wanna worry Mama Bear with more worries
It's
than
okay.
I already gave her for being late and
No worries.
Sun
No
comes
worries.
up on the
I
red
will.
leave it till the end. Yeah,
She's already there.
I will do a
Feet
prayer for her
bare in the
tonight, and
Smoke
again,
from the
thank you for
stage
joining
making
me for
soft
vibes.
white tread.
Of
big
course,
hugs to
Whisper
I'm always
on
here to
the
help
way
you.
as
Yes.
the daylight says.
Thank you for joining
Tell
me.
the
I only want your
medicine
friendship,
bear
sister.
claw,
And
singing to the
beautiful, lovely
water,
words and prayers.
talking to the sky.
Yeah, just
Every little
We're here.
word is a blessing for us
Yes.
all.
This is your
Feel it
like
in
I
our
told you, life
bodies,
is too hard already
see it in our
for us to
lives.
be. You know,
Our life is not promised for tomorrow, but we have to live
medicine
today.
our life is not a promise,
Oh,
and yeah, life's too
your
short.
beautiful nature prayers keep us
For
alive.
drama and hatred, and there's so much of it in this world.
Hands to the soul,
But ya me vamos.
she's
When it's
naming
not
each
just-
tree,
It's a business. It's hard
calling
because,
every bird
Yes.
you know,
by its
we are just here
ancient
for
memory. Lifelines deep from 1,000 dawns,
friendship and others see
cradling
us
the
as,
world
you know,
while
as
the
a
world
business and trying
spins on.
to take business
Tell
away
the
from others.
medicine
That's not what we
bear
want. We're just here to
singing to the water,
spread the word. And I tell you,
talking to the sky.
if people are
Every little
good
word
and
is a
do not,
blessing for us
show
all.
the bad,
Feel
the
it in our
envy and
bodies,
the jealousy
see
and
it in our
things like that.
lives.
And I think
Oh,
people
tell the
help
medicine
more
bear claw.
when you
Oh,
try to keep away from
your beautiful
the not as
nature
good
prayers
energies
keep
because
us alive.
they just cling. Not just that.
When the
right,
storm
sister? They just-
clouds gather,
Yes.
she
Keep with those
hums
children.
that old soft
That is very true.
song.
Well, I'm
Mama,
going to come to
thank
an
you so
end.
much.
We circle
Of course.
in
When it's
together,
not just good
and
night.
the fear don't stay
Thank
too
you so much.
long.
Yes, thank you.
Please share, connect, and like and subscribe.
El the
It's
medicine
free.
bear claw, singing to the water,
And blessings
This was really
talking
Yes. Thank you everyone for joining, and many blessings. Bye bye for now.